What's going on, you guys? It's Cody Stack and welcome back to another video. Today we're talking again about SBE, which is the merger SPAC with Chargepoint. This stock has been on an absolute tear over the past 24 hours, and in today's video we're going to talk about where it's going, where it's been, and what you can expect from this company. Should you buy? Should you wait? What should you do now that the price has run up? Let's jump right into things. So again, guys, remember that this is the SPAC merger from SBE to Chargepoint, the company. Chargepoint is the company that runs a large network of electric chargers for electric vehicles throughout the United States, throughout North America, and throughout Europe as well. They are dominating the market and have over 70% market share. Now, the thing you need to know about this is, unfortunately, we didn't get the merger closing on December 15th, like a lot of people had expected from the filings with the SEC. That actually got pushed back to the middle of January, which is now when we're expecting it. It's expected to be on January 15th. I will say there's still a little skepticism about whether that's going to be the actual date. There was something in the filing that actually said, it's we're intending to hit that date, but there's a chance that we might not. I don't remember the exact verbiage of it, but it was kind of basically saying, look, we're expecting that to be the date, but it's just a placeholder basically at this point. So I don't know what the holdup is. I think that we'll probably get some more information about that in the coming weeks or months. Hopefully it goes through on January 15th. But at this point, we didn't get it on December 15th, and that's why the stock kind of traded down and traded a little bit flat. But now it's actually going back up and seeing a massive run up again because there's new news coming out on the company, and there's a lot of people pushing it on Wall Street, on these different financial channels and here on YouTube as well. And I should just say, if anything does change with that merger date, I will be the first to let you know here on the channel. So make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can get updated when that comes out. If there are any changes, I'm going to let you know. We're going to be covering this stock all the way up through the merger and beyond that as well, because this is a company that I really believe in and I have a very long position on. I do hold call options on this stock, and I do hold a fair amount of shares as well. So this is something I'm very bullish on, and I do think they're going to dominate the market. I really think this is such a bullish play to invest in Chargepoint because you're capturing the entire EV market. You're not just investing into one company such as Tesla, but rather you're getting into a company where you can capture the entire market for a whole sector. So it could be a Tesla, it could be a Toyota, it could be a Honda, it could be a GM car, it could be Dodge, whatever. Anybody who's making an electric vehicle out there, you could take advantage of the fact that they're going to need these level 2 and level 3 electric vehicle charging stations. This company is finally getting the attention that it should be, and I think it's for a few different reasons. I think it's getting attention now that the Tesla S&P 500 inclusion is over. Tesla is now in the S&P 500, and now that time has passed. I don't think there's as much focus on that, so people are kind of selling out of that. They're getting out of it, and they're now trading money around, and it's going back into a lot of these other EV companies. I think there's a lot of people out there who really believe in this EV space, but they're looking at Tesla and saying, man, this is just way too rich for me. I need to put my money somewhere else because I know this is the future, but I want to get into something that has a little bit more potential to run up. The chance of Tesla doubling over the next, couple of years is pretty good. I think, at least. I think there's a good chance they could double, but some of these other companies, there's a fair chance they could triple, quadruple, even go 5x, maybe even higher on their money over the next couple of years. So I think a lot of people are kind of moving back into these other markets to try and potentially capture a higher return. There are some other really good things about this company. One, they've got a really good cash position right now, and they're expecting that to actually grow after the merger goes through. Number two, they've got level 2 and level 3 chargers that are going to absolutely change the game. I think the fact that a lot of people are worried about range anxiety and, hey, how do I charge my vehicle? What's the process of this? I think a lot of that is going to disappear because we're getting to the point where you've got chargers all over. There's over 10 chargers within a couple miles of where I live, and I've got the ability to, if I'm going on a road trip, it's basically just as easy to jump off the freeway, go into the charging station, get filled up almost as quickly as you would at a gas station and be back on the road. Yeah, you do have to do some additional planning to stop at that specific location, but it's really not that bad. I mean, they've got it spaced out so well that you really don't have to worry about that, and it's only going to continue to get better. It's only going to get easier and easier for people to realize this, and I think once they do, they're going to finally figure out, hey, looking into the EV market, I think I could actually drive an electric vehicle. I think there's potential for me to do that because I don't have to worry about range anxiety. I don't have to worry about where to charge it or what I need to know about driving an EV. It's going to be much different at that point, and I do think that time is coming, and I think it's just right around the corner. One thing that I realized when I got my Tesla is that, hey, I actually charge at home almost 99% of the time. I've only actually used the Tesla supercharger twice. With the exception of going on road trips, I've only used it twice, and it's because I happen to be in the area and I happen to be below a half charge, and I thought, I'll just fill up real quick, right? It's easier while I'm there. It only takes 10, 15 minutes to do so. It made sense for me at the time. So I've only used it twice in almost 9 months of ownership. And I think honestly, a lot of people forget this, like, hey, you can just plug in at home. Obviously there's some people who don't have a garage or don't, live in an apartment building and they don't have access to a charger like you would if you had a garage and you lived in your own single house. But I think for most people, they probably do, especially the people that are buying new vehicles like these EVs. They're probably going to have space where they can actually charge it or, run an extension cord or figure out something to actually be able to charge the vehicle. All right. And so now with that being said, let's actually jump over here into my computer. We're going to take a look at Webull, which, by the way, if you haven't already done so, I know everybody's pitching it, but if you haven't already done so, get your free stocks with Webull using the link in the description below. You can get up to 4 free stocks right now, valued up to $1,600 when you deposit $100 or more after opening an account. It's a way to help support this channel as well. So let's jump over here and take a look at SBE. Switchback Energy is up massively today. This makes me smile just looking at this. So let's actually take a closer look here and zoom in. So let's go to this view here. So you can see here, 1217, 1218 last week. It had a little bit of a rise here. It was trading, kind of down in the early week last week, traded flat, and then had a little bit of a rise up. And then yesterday and today, it just absolutely exploded. So it was down about the $36 mark on Friday, and then it jumped up to roughly $38, $39 yesterday, and then today it was up. I think that's a roughly like 11 or 12% on the day here for SBE. So it's sitting at $45. And like I said, that just makes me absolutely, it really gives me, it makes me smile looking at this, because I think that there's a lot of potential for this stock, and I do think it could rise even higher. I do think it could go up to that $50 to $55 mark by the time we hit the merger. I think as more news comes out about this, as more people pile in because they get excited about the merger, I do think it could continue to run up even higher, crossing over that $50 mark, potentially even here in the next couple of days. I don't know if it'll happen before Christmas, maybe after, but I do think that could happen. I wouldn't be surprised if it pulled back after the merger, just like most SPACs, just like most mergers do. They tend to pull back after that. But, honestly, hey, let's take advantage of it while we can. I'm super bullish on this company long term. I do think there's going to be long-term potential here, and wouldn't be surprised to see this stock over $100 in the next couple of years with how quickly they're growing. So there's a couple things I want to talk about the company as well. I think, hey, if they can get into that European market, I think they're going to be able to absolutely dominate the space. They've already got over 70% market share in North America. If they can get into Europe and get at least 50% market share, probably 60, 70, 80%, that's going to absolutely dominate that market entirely. The thing that's so powerful about this is if you've ever traveled to Europe, you're going to realize that everything there is a lot closer, especially if you live in a lot of these big cities. Western Europe, everything is really close. Like if you go to the UK, it's almost entirely populated. The whole area, there's very little that's not. And it's such a small area that you can drive, from like one end of the country to the other end of the country, and you don't even really, oftentimes don't even get out into the country per se. It's often populated, and it's just civilized is what I'm getting at. So I think that in Europe specifically, EVs are going to be adopted very easily just because of kind of the culture there. And I do think there's going to be massive potential for these charging companies as well, because it's less common to have a garage there. It's less common to have space to charge your own vehicle. So you're probably going to be more reliant on these level 2 and level 3 chargers that you're going to find out in front of a restaurant, in front of a hotel or a golf course or something like that, right? So I do think it's going to be more common to actually find that in Europe. And if they can get that stranglehold on there, I still think that with this type of industry, this is going to be one of those industries where you've got 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 or 4 companies that really have the entire market share. And it's going to be really hard for somebody new to break into that, just because it is such a network-based, industry and sector, right? So if they can already control 70% of North America, if they can get at least 70% control of Europe, I think it's going to be absolutely massive. Speaking of massive, they are expecting revenues to grow to over $2 billion by 2026, which is insane. I think they said it was like 64% year over year growth, which is just awesome. They're also expecting their gross profit margin to increase as well. I think right now it's sitting roughly 24, 25%. They are expecting that to grow to over 40% by 2026. So that number is going to increase, 16 to 18%, which is really going to help their bottom line as well. So not only is the top line going up, bottom line is going to go up as well if they can keep that profit margin up and they can keep everything else relatively low or stable. So like I said, guys, again, I think that this is something that I could see running up over $50. If you're not in this already, I'm thinking, oh man, that's a bummer. I got in this luckily back in like the $18 mark for this company, and have just been riding it up all the way. This is my best performing stocks over the last couple months, and I'm just super excited to see where it's at and super excited to see the success, especially, you know, being that this is a company that I'm actually going to take part in. I'm actually going to charge my vehicle with this company, with Chargepoint charging stations whenever I need to, right? So I think there's a lot of potential with this. If you're not already in it, I'd probably jump in, you know, to be honest. If you're going to hold it for the long term, I'd say jump in. It's better to be in now, because I do think that in the next 3, 4, 5 years, this could be, you know, over $100 stock. I definitely think that's possible. I think that's reasonable. And so if you're going to hold it for long term, I still think it makes sense. And you've got a pretty good chance at doubling, maybe even tripling your money over the next couple of years. Definitely not a bad investment. If you're just looking to get in and get out, I don't know, maybe you could run it up, wait until the merger, see what happens there, take a little bit of profit if you want. But I don't know, that's too speculative for me. So for me, I would say, hey, only buy this if you're going to be in it for the long term. You want to be a long-term investor. That's the bulk of my portfolio, and something that I would encourage as well. So with all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up here on the video if you enjoyed it. Consider sharing it with a friend who's also interested in SBE and Chargepoint. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Here we talk about all things money, stocks, and real estate. Lately, we've been talking a lot about stocks, so there's definitely going to be more stock videos to come. Also, I want to mention that I do have a Patreon. The first couple of members, I think I set it at 20, are going to be able to get in for $1. I'm going to be releasing some exclusive content, kind of some videos that are not really well suited for YouTube over there on the Patreon. And I think you might find some value with it. So I would say, hey, if you like my content, if you like my style, go check out the Patreon. You can get in early for just $1 to help support me and my channel. I'd love to see you over there as well. You're going to get some exclusive content. So go check out the Patreon. You can get in for just $1 right now, or you can, you know, support me with a higher level if you want to as well. With all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.